We shall look at two monumental events recorded in the scriptures, creation and Calvary. And we shall look at Calvary first. In 1 Corinthians chapter 15, reading verse 3, the Bible tells us, "For I delivered unto you first of all that which I also received, how that Christ died for our sins according to the scriptures." The verse tells us Christ died. That's Calvary. Why? For our sins. So we have Calvary and we have sins. In Galatians chapter 1 verse 4, we read, "Who gave himself for our sins that he might deliver us from this present evil world." So we have gave himself, that's Calvary. He died. Why? For our sins. So we have Calvary and we have sins. In Titus chapter 2 verse 14, "Who gave himself for us that he might redeem us from all iniquity." Here again we have Calvary and we have sin. But John 3:16 tells us, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life." Introduced in that verse is love. And so Calvary brings to mind the love of God. It also brings to mind the tremendous consequences of sin. It is impossible to think of Calvary and not think of sin, because Jesus was hanging on that cross covered with the sins of the world. The other monumental event is creation. Creation had nothing to do with sin. God created purely out of love, to spread his character, to spread his love, to extend the heavenly domain so that his love might be seen in other parts of the universe. God wanted, in a sense, to spread himself, extend himself, if I may use human terminology. When you keep the Sabbath, you are honoring, you are commemorating, you are remembering an event based purely upon love. Now, we thank God for Calvary. Without Calvary, no one can be saved. But it is a simple fact that one cannot think of Calvary without also thinking of sin, because it was because of sin that Calvary was made necessary. When you keep the Sabbath holy, I say, you are commemorating an event that was based purely upon love. When you say you honor the day Christ rose, which is not required, you're honoring an event based on love, yes, but also brings to mind sin. Creation was not at all attached to sin, purely the love of God. And so I ask you, my friend, think and reason. Will you not keep the Sabbath holy in commemoration an event based purely upon love? Thank God for Calvary, but had there been no sin, there would have been no Calvary, but there will always be creation. May the Lord bless you. Doubly bless your children, my dear listening friend, as you keep the Sabbath holy and commemorate an event based purely and entirely upon the love of God. Happy Sabbath, and God bless you.